Alrighty guys, welcome to World of Tanks 9.0 test server. I apologize for the lateness of the video. I was, as many of you know, down in Miami, so couldn't really do the video at all. Um, so, this is, as you can see, the new hangar. It's pretty nice. I don't know if this is the premium hangar, if this is the standard one. I'm not entirely sure about that. Not sure if they're, I don't know. Um, but as we can see, the shaders and everything do look different. Um, Unfortunately, I left this on low res, so we can jack that up. Alright, there we go. That looks better. Um, so as you can see, everything looks really nice. Not I like this new IS3 model. I'm not entirely sure if this is just the shaders or what, but it looks awesome. I'm not sure. I don't think they've put a HD IS3 model in yet, but the IS3 looks very nice. Anyways, for the new stuff in 9.0, this is just going to be the basic overview. We will look at historical battles, new maps, or not really new maps, reworked maps, and we'll go into and look at all the HD models into separate videos. But for now, let's check out the new German vehicles that were added in. That would be the Panzer IV Ausführung A. And if we want to just check out this, it is right here. You go to Panzer III to Panzer IV to linear thing. You don't continue down the line, unfortunately. And the Panzer IVA leads to the Panzer IVD. So the Panzer IVA is a tier 3, Panzer IVD is a tier 4, and the Panzer IVH, which is what the old Panzer IV was, is continued to be a tier 5. Other than that, I don't think there have really been any changes to the medium line. There was a new tank destroyer added in, the Stug 3B. I think it looks ugly, I'll show you that in a second. But those were the only new tanks added. The Aus A has two guns, the 5cm and the stubby 75. If I can buy this. Come on, there we go. So you either get like a derp gun or you get a high velocity gun. Not a great gun selection, but not bad. Tier 3. Here's the second turret. Basically, I think it just adds some armor and it makes the copy a little nicer. Now I do believe that this is an HD model, purely because it's a new tank. If you look at the smoothness of a lot of these objects, they are really smooth. The wheels don't appear to be octagonal, and a lot of the curves are very nice. So I'm assuming this is an HD model. On to the Panzer IVD. This is the tier 4 version. It starts out with the same two guns. However, you can also get the L60 in the 5cm, or you can get the first of the high velocity 75mm guns. You do have to mount the second turret to get the top L43 gun, and apparently tracks as well. And that's what that looks like. Again, I believe that this is an HD model. Looks nice. I like these two Panzer IVs. They look very nice. Yeah, I like these. The old Panzer IV, well, old. I mean, it's been since the beginning. So it now has side skirts on the hull, and with the top turret also has side skirts. Unfortunately, they still have the loading doors open, which is stupid in my opinion. They also added an MG34 to the turret ring. no, what am I trying to think? The cupola, that's what I'm thinking of. Um, and they limited the gun selection to your two high velocity 75s and a 105 that everyone loves to use. And you know what these look like. Now this is not an HD model. Basically I took the old model and put some side skirts on. As you can see, this ball, the frontal ball turret thing, can't remember what it's called, Hull MG thing. It's got very rough edges. It's not the HD model of the Panzer IV. However, HD models that have been put in are the T-54, the Tiger, the Sherman, the Mouse. I have to look at the other Stug. The M103, the Hellcat, and the Tortoise, which I don't have down here. Well, let's look at the other Stug quick before I forget. As you can see, it's an earlier version, and I hate this tank. This thing looks ugly. Appears to be an HD model. Not entirely sure. It looks nice, like from a graphic standpoint, but I just think the tank itself is not a pretty tank. You get a choice of a decent amount of guns. Start with a short 75. You can upgrade to your high velocity 75s, and you end up with the Stu 42, the 105 gun. Not a bad selection considering it's a tier 4 tank. Similar selection to the Hetzer. However, I believe this is going to be faster and faster, basically. The second Stug is the old Stug. I don't believe anything was changed on it. Same model and everything. I like the Stug. It's one of my favorite tanks of the tier 5. Still has the L70 and all the good guns. So, other things are added were HD models, historical battles, suspension. We'll look at this in the map changes video, and you might be able to see it in some of the historical battles. I'm not sure. Each one of these rollers, or not every one, but majority of the rollers now are independently animated, meaning that instead of having a flat track on the bottom, now there will be a section of track that goes up between every roller, which looks really nice. Several maps reworked. Again, you can look at those later. The confrontation battle mode, the one where you had, let's say, Germany versus Russia, or Germany versus America, or America versus Russia, that one was one faction versus one faction. That has been removed. There is a new graphic setting window, which is very interesting. You might have just seen it a little bit. Some of the new stuff is the field of view. You can change the degrees your monitor actually looks at. So if you look straight on, if this is at 105, that means from here to here in a 360 degree arc you're only seeing 105. You can go all the way up to 120 and all the way down to 70. Again, we can go to some other stuff. The filters, now you can change the efficiency, basically like the intensity of the filter. I don't use filters, I think they look weird, but you can now change that. If you go to details, you can see all your stuff. Nothing new in here, I don't think. Oh yeah, dynamic changes. I'm not entirely sure what that was. I don't remember. Is it on here? No, it doesn't look like it is. No, it's not. I remember reading about it, but I don't remember specifically what it does. Also, you can change your frame refresh rate and dynamic resolution. Basically, let's say you have a monitor that runs in 1080p, but your computer isn't strong enough to run 1080p. What you can have is have your HUD and everything else in 1080p, but you can change your the actual game to be in 720p or whatever else, so that it has a so you have the same look of everything, but your game takes less effort to use, in short. Other than that, there's nothing really new in this. It just kind of looks different. Cancel because I don't want to mess with anything. Turrets can now fly off. It has to be turreted tank. Tank destroyers don't have this. Turrets can now fly off, and ammo rack explosions, which is cool. I haven't witnessed one yet in the game, but I've seen videos of them, and they are cool. Well, I've seen the ASAP videos of them. This one I don't like. It's a full screen effect in sniper mode. Basically, before you'd have a little black circle around your screen. Now instead of having that, your entire screen is just a greenish hue, and I think it looks really, really ugly. Now when you log in, you'll say your language. I'm in English, so it just has a little EN next to I believe it's the username. New awards and team battles: fighting reconnaissance. I need to look at this. I can't read this off of my notes very well. That's patrol duty. Let's see here. Anyways, fighting reconnaissance, God of War, will to win, spirit, crucial shot, and for tactical operations. Here's God of War, and that is while driving SPG, be the last survivor and win the battle. Tactical operations. For team battles, you win in just going into team battle and randomly choosing your team and winning. History maker, guardsman. This award is for driving in historical battles for not driving the top tier. I don't believe that was one of those I had. This might be later on. I'll check that later. Armored Fist. Was that one of those? I think that was an older one. Yeah, this might take a while. Come on. Will to win. I have to. This one? Crucial shot? Crucial shot, yep. Destroy the last enemy vehicle. Will to win. Oh, so be a 1-on-3 and win. Fighting, reconnaissance. Spot 2 enemy vehicles, be in the top 3 for damage. And you have to do 50 battles. Win 3 battles in a row. Apparently. That's tactical genius. Yep. In the service record, the vehicles and statistics were reworked. So, new stuff. Vehicles, same thing. Adjusted the requirements for steel wall. I believe they just took out HE damage, so HE shells no longer count towards that. The British Mark 6C and the T7 combat car were buffed. I don't have either of those tanks, so we can't look at that, but they have better stats. It's not impressive, but they're better, I guess. Potential damage is now changed to damage blocked by armor. Voice chat apparently now no longer malfunctions. Minor bugs. Artillery shells no longer explode in midair or outside of the dispersion circle. Optimize some stuff. Auto aim now selects a better point on the tank. I've heard that this is kind of controversial, purely because it now means that some noobs can use auto aim to actually do better against tanks. Because before it would just aim at the center of any tank. Now I guess the aim's kind of lower at the bottom and somewhere where it'll actually more likely to hit, which is both good and bad. I think it will help people with light tanks a little more, but I don't know. Fixed a lot of bugs. That's about it as far as that. Not an incredible amount of changes as far as the game itself. Mostly this update has been HD models and historical battles, and like I said, those are going to be two different videos. So this has kind of been somewhat short, hopefully not too rambly. So like, comment, subscribe, and stay tuned. I'll have all those videos up within the next couple of days. So I'll catch you guys later.